We got another warrior of the week, and this story is another great story, and it's the story that hard work and perseverance pays off. That's the name of the game here. Do the program, stick with it, and you get better. It's a bumpy road because pain can be very, very emotional. I know, because I had it. And I was depressed too. This is Valeria. She had a herniated disc, and the reason we do these videos about the warrior of the week is so you understand that you're not alone and that there is a pathway out. And as we get better collectively, it helps all of us understand that there is a pathway out. So the rising tide lifts all boats, meaning together. We're in this together. We've all had this severe pain, and it goes away if you do the right thing. So this is Valeria. I'm going to work on this. Escajadillo. That's probably wrong, but I tried. She's 21 years old, and she's from Peru, and you've probably seen her posts early on. I know she's very busy lately, as we all are. That's a picture of her. Now, here's her story. She had back pain that started after working out in a gym. Now, it wasn't one time. She worked out consistently for about an hour and a half every day, and she developed a herniated disc. And that's one of the myths, that sometimes working out in the gym is the best thing for your back, and working out in the gym is very, very, very good for your back if you make sure that you maintain good patterns, good motion. The key to all this is moving well and strengthen the muscles that help you move well. Not her fault, but it did happen. So she was working out every day, and this happened 2 years ago. So she was 19 when it started. She's 21 years old now. She had pain in the back, and the pain went down the leg, and the pain was a 7 to an 8, so it's pretty bad. And she had done some treatments early on after the injury I don't want to call it an injury because it was just kind of a progressive breakdown, but after her episode that started when she was working out in the gym, she had some treatment, she felt better, and then she was in a very, very, very bad car accident. And here's a picture of the car. And the car's upside down. So anytime the car is upside down and down in a gully, that's not good. That's not good. And one of the things that happens with a car accident, and I'll talk a little bit about what happens when you lift weights consistently by maybe flexing too much with load, but we'll talk about that in a second. But one thing that happens in a car accident is the whole body kind of does this. And as it does that, it'll overload the neck and overload the back. And she was having neck and back pain, but her biggest problem was really in her back. So she had the car accident. She was much worse, had an MRI. MRI revealed that she had a very, very, very large herniated disc. And I'll show you a picture of that in a minute. And she was spending most of her day laying down because it hurt to walk, it hurt to sit, and it hurt to stand. So she was laying down, and then the pandemic hit. So her options were limited, and she became very, very, very depressed. So all the sitting and the lack of any sort of movement out of bed was really getting to her. She became very depressed. She thought maybe she needed surgery. Again, at the time she was 20 years old and feeling like everything is collapsing. So when she started the program, her pain was in a 7 or an 8. And again, thinking that, can these exercises really help me with this really massive herniated disc? So here's her herniated disc. You can see it's pushed out. It went down and it went up. Should be flat just like this. It went out and down and up. Very, very large herniated disc. We call that extruded. Anytime it goes down or up, it's an extrusion. So it's a big herniated disc. And ultimately what happens when the disc herniates from all the sort of activities, and one of the things that she was doing a lot of squats. And when you squat, what happens very often when you get to the end range, for some people, depending on how tight your hips are, when you get to the end range, what it does is it flexes you. And when it flexes you consistently, just like that, what happens is that disc will start to push out. And that's exactly what happened to her. It's just a progressive wear on the disc because she was, I can't say exactly what was happening, but often what happens with both deadlifting and squatting, if you go past a certain range, then you start to overload the discs. Real common that the discs herniate, you develop the tearing, and then it starts to push out, and then that disc will start to pinch that nerve, which then goes down the leg. Started the program, focused on moving well, and then focused on all the other exercises. Now, it was a bumpy road. In the end, perseverance increases stability, increases durability, increases longevity. It took her about 5 months. And this was 5 months of not able to leave the house much because of the pandemic. So most of her activities were at home doing the exercises. And again, it's a bumpy road. When I say it's a bumpy road, there's days you think, oh, I'm getting better. I'm getting worse. Well, technically up is worse. I'm getting better. I'm getting worse. I'm getting better. I'm getting worse. I'm getting worse. Having a really bad day. Can't do the activities. Have to sit too much. Have to sit for work. Have to sit for school. But over time, eventually got better, and there was healing to the disc. So now her pain is a 0. Feeling a lot better. She does her work every day, 5 days, sometimes 6, sometimes 7, depending on how much time she has. There was an episode there where it was very difficult for her balancing school, work, and getting the exercises done. So we got to a point where she could get those exercises done. Now she's able to bike, she's able to run, and she's actually squatting again. And there was an episode where she didn't think she was ever going to get better. She was very sad, and her parents were very sad because she was very young. Her pain went away. She got her life back. You too can get your life back. It's all about doing the work and don't stop. Because one day it's going to be strong and stable and you're going to be happy. The problem is there's days like this. Okay? There's good days and bad days. But what happens is slowly there's more good days than bad, and then eventually what happens one day is almost every day is a good day. I've been there. I struggled. It's scary. It's frustrating. But you can get better. Warrior of the Week. She did a video. I'm going to post the video. I just wanted to explain this part here. So I'm going to post the video and look for her video where she talks about it. So if she said she'd post it next couple days. So it'll be available. So you can get better. These exercises will help you. And she thought that how could exercises at home help this massively herniated disc? And we've seen the discs get better slowly over time. The pain goes away and the discs can get better. If you are interested in our program, we have a 10X program. Step by step lays out the exercises you need for a bulging disc, for a herniated disc, for a degenerated disc, for stenosis, for spondylolisthesis. Took 30 years to develop the program. It's the most comprehensive scientific program available. Every week you get new exercises progressing you as you need to progress for your condition. Doesn't matter how long you've had it, it can go away. If you sign up, it's $47 a month. This last one, she took 5-6 months. Depending on how long you've had it, it takes longer. Okay, some people it's a month, some people it's 2 months, some people it's 5 months. But if you expect to get better in a hurry, sometimes you're setting yourself up for failure. There is no quick fix. It just takes time and effort and strength. We can help you. We got this. You got this.